Hello everyone. In the previous video, we discussed about the career opportunities in pharmaceutical sciences. In case you have not seen it yet, there is a link in the description below. In continuation to that, this video is on an important aspect of bringing a new drug product to the patient. I will discuss the major steps involved in the process of drug development. Over years, I have realized that each one of us has some common questions regarding a new drug. What are these? Firstly, what is the meaning of a new drug in India and in developed nations like US, Europe and Japan? Secondly, how India is presenting its capabilities and playing a key role through its affordable and high quality medicines. We will deal with these questions more deeply. Through this presentation, students will get a perspective of research and development. Before going into the process of drug development, it is worth mentioning the name of regulatory agencies of different countries that play a key role in the process of development of the drugs, like United States Food and Drug Administration, popularly called US FDA. The Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, CDER, is responsible for evaluation and approval before the drugs can be made available to the patient. In Europe, EMA, European Medical Agency, is responsible for supervision and monitoring of the medicines. PMDA in Japan reviews and regulates the drugs. Similarly, CDSCO, Central Drug Standardization Control Organization in India, is a department of Family and Health Welfare which is in charge or accountable of reviewing the data and approving the drug products. So it regulates the market authorization. All these agencies work with a common objective. What is this? To ensure safe and effective medicine should reach the patient. These agencies are not only watchdogs but also provide scientific and regulatory advice. They work with research institutes and companies to bring new treatments and ensures timely introduction of medicines for a disease. Let us now get back to the process of drug development and try to understand different categories of new drugs. New drug is submitted or proposed to the regulatory agencies through new drug application, that is NDA. It is a detailed document submitted to FDA in order to get their approval and bringing the drug to patient. For the sake of convenience, I am classifying new drug products into 4 or 5 categories. These are according to the complexity of the process also. First is new chemical entity. This refers to a new drug which has a new chemical compound and has not been approved earlier for any treatment, means no other drug is available. For example, remdesivir for COVID-19. It is a new compound which has not been approved for any other treatment earlier. So synthesis of new chemical entity is the first step in the drug development process. But process of translating a compound into a drug is a long, costly process and can take about 5 to 15 years and cost can go up to 15,000 crores or more. But after putting this painstaking hard work, the success of bringing a new drug for the patient is very low. The other categories are repurposing of the drug to find a new therapeutic use for currently used drugs, means testing of the old drugs for new clinical indications. For example, thalidomide. This drug was used for morning sickness and is now being used for bone marrow cancer. Similarly, hydroxychloroquine, a well-known anti-malarial drug, is now being used for arthritis. These days, it is being tried for COVID-19 also. Third category is new dosage form. New dosage form of already approved drugs are developed with a view to increase patient compliance and second, treatment convenience by decreasing the dosing frequency. For example, pregabalin tablets. This is the medication for epilepsy. The oral dose was thrice a day. Extended release formulation of the same was developed, which led to decrease in the dose to once a day. So convenience of once a day enhances patient compliance. Next is decreasing or reducing the pill burden or developing combination of drugs. Pill burden is always an issue for the patient. As chronic disease may need more than one or multiple medications, so combining 2 or 3 drugs together will make the drug administration less complicated and therefore increases compliance. You know the aging population needs more medication. So if efforts are there to decrease or reduce the pill burden, and this led to the development of fixed dose combinations. For example, simvastatin and aspirin for coronary artery disease in a single tablet. Similarly, in hypertension, which is a major health concern, doctor prescribed 2 medications with different mode of action. A fixed drug combination was developed which was equally efficient as compared to the individual drug. For example, Bivalsan, this drug is used to treat blood pressure. This product contains 2 medications, one is nebivolol and second is valsartan. Nebivolol is a beta blocker and it decreases the heart rate, and valsartan is a angiotensin receptor blocker and it relaxes the blood vessels. So fixed dose combination with both the drugs are prepared and approved by FDA. Next is route of administration. It is the path by which the drug is taken into the body. So different ways to create a pharmaceutical product is developed. For example, oral to topical, IV to oral, injection to spray. Can you think of insulin without injection for type 2 diabetes to regulate the glucose level? So the use of spray may increase patient compliance and acceptance, and treatment compliance will increase. Last is reformulation to reduce safety risk of excipients. Excipients are the essential components of drug products. Pharmaceutical excipients determine the safety of the drug. Research for better excipients can lead to improved drugs. But in all these cases, NDA, that is new drug application, is filed for approval and marketing of the drug. One more category is generic drugs. Generic drugs have become an important segment of pharmaceutical industry. A generic drug is same as the brand name drug or innovator drug in dosage, strength, route of administration, safety, efficacy, quality, and the way it works. FDA approval process requires the submission of ANDA, that is abbreviated new drug application, for generics. The term abbreviated because they do not need preclinical, safety studies, efficacy state, and early clinical development study like phase 1 or phase 2 study. So generic relies on the research data of the innovator companies. Clinically bioequivalence studies are to be performed to prove that both the drugs, that is brand and generic, should deliver the same amount of active ingredient to the target site. Generic development must follow the same standards of FDA as that for new drug application. Generics are the low-cost substitutes to the patients but of the same quality and effectiveness. There are thousands of generics sold worldwide. For example, Simvastatin generic for Merck's branded Zocor tablets, metoprolol generic for Novartis Lopressor, fexofenadine generics for Sanofi's Allegra. So generics made drugs accessible and affordable to the world. India is supplying generics to developed nations like US, Europe, Japan and other regulated markets. India has shown its presence in almost 200 countries and captured a leading share of developed economies. How India could do it? It is because of its strength in chemical research, process chemistry and pharmaceutical formulation technology. Other factor is India has state-of-art bulk drug manufacturing and formulation plants approved by US FDA. So India will see a long-term growth in generic. New product introduction in India. It means drugs which are introduced in Indian market. They are the original research products of multinational companies. Indian manufacturer conducts pharmaceutical development, manufacturing process development, abridged clinical trials to apply for the approval of the drug to Indian regulatory agency, that is CDSCO. Based upon the patent consideration of Indian Patent Office, the new drug product is launched into Indian market. They are essentially generic products, but Indian companies spend huge money on marketing and promotion for the sale of their product and to build their own brand. So therefore these products are marketed in India as branded generics. For example, rosuvastatin, a cholesterol-lowering drug, is a research product of AstraZeneca and is sold as Crestor. The branded generics for the same in India are Novastat by Lupin, Rosart by Dr. Reddy's, Razel by Glenmark, Rosidoc by FDC. So Indian companies have their brand portfolio of successful brands in domestic market. I hope you got a good idea about new drug introduction, development and marketing procedure. If you like the video, please press the like button. You can leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you.